When did you observe the hair loss in the beginning and how it affected you emotionally?
I was just moving out of the college and getting into a mainstream. So there was like social anxiety as well. I couldn't go to the places where I actually wanted to go for a swim as well. So that would have exposed me more.
Got it. Because
So,
when wet hairs.
yeah, wet hairs actually do expose a lot.
Yes.
So apart from that, I couldn't play any games or anything as such. Again, the sweat thing would have come.
Welcome to the podcast Hair Loss to Confidence. Today we will talk about Sachin's hair transplant journey and everything related to his hair transplant, then post, results, and what all he went through, everything in this episode. I'm very happy to have Mr. Sachin here with us, and he will share all his experience with Mr. Hair. So welcome to the show, Sachin.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sachin, first thing, what everybody wants to know. When did you observe the hair loss in the beginning and how it affected you emotionally?
Okay, so the thing is, I didn't notice any hair fall as such because I was not aware of it.
Okay.
So when all of a sudden my hairline start receding, only then I got to know, okay, there is some issues with my hair.
Okay.
So that was my initial hair fall, whatever it you may address it as. So that was the first thing that I noticed. So after that, then I started to see little dandruff as well.
Okay.
And usually when we comb our hair, then the hair would get stuck in the hair comb.
Yeah.
So all these things were the initial phases of my hair fall.
Even sometimes in the pillows also you must
Yeah,
have seen.
pillows also, yeah, but not that much. But this was the main thing. Whenever I took a head bath, so I used to see that hair fall.
Okay.
So this was the initial stage of my hair fall.
And emotionally, how you were feeling when you understood that you are going through a hair loss?
Okay, that is like very emotional for anyone. So I didn't knew what exactly or how exactly, where exactly I have to go. And even I couldn't talk to my parents as well because it is not that big issue for them.
Okay.
It was affecting me because it was started with the early stage of my like teenage or whatever you call it. So this was my emotional journey through the hair loss. So this was it.
Mostly what you are trying to tell is usually men keep it to themselves even though when they go through hair loss.
Exactly.
But inside they will be feeling bad.
Yes, sir.
Sachin, did hair loss ever impact your self-esteem, your career decision or something from inside?
Yeah, definitely, sir. Because hair loss is a big thing at that point of time. Because what had happened, I was just moving out of the college and getting into a mainstream or a life-changing thing for me. At that point of time when the hair loss had actually hit, so there was like social anxiety as well. I couldn't go to the places where I actually wanted to go. So for example, if I want to go for a swim as well, so that would have exposed me more.
Got it. Because when wet hairs.
Wet hairs actually do expose a lot.
Yes.
So apart from that, I couldn't play any games or anything as such. Again, the sweat thing would have come. So all this actually impacted, but not with the career because I was born into banking sector. So it was not impacting for that. But apart from that, yes, when I'm going out on a trip as well, if the wind blows heavily, then again it would be a problem.
Yes.
So all this
And nowadays, most people face this also when they have to upload their pictures on social media.
Yeah, back at that point of time, it was not.
Not much except Facebook, I think.
Yes.
But still, there would be some kind of an thing where we will feel that I should not upload.
Definitely,
or
yes.
try to take picture in such angle.
Yeah, exactly.
that
We
your
would
hair is
actually
not-
become an editor or a because
Yes.
we know what our angle looks good
Yes,
and everything.
yes,
So all
yes.
this had actually impacted at that point of time.
Perfect. So before coming to Mr. Hair, did you try something else like this home remedies or then any myths which you would have tried and later realized that it is not going to work?
Definitely, sir. We would have tried in multiple things like hair oil, shampoos, change of shampoos.
Something
And-
Adivasi? Have you tried?
No, not Adivasi at that
Okay.
point of time. Maybe like curry leaves with our parachute oil or some coconut oil, mix it up, heat it up, and then apply it on the hair, leave it for overnight. All these things I have tried, and it got worse and worse. So
Some people actually become kitchen experts
Exactly.
and hair
Yeah.
experts. when
and
it comes
you
to
don't
hair loss.
believe I have tried with onion
Oh,
and I have tried with egg as well.
okay.
Beat the egg and put it over the head and
So-
do all those stuff, and it was so stinky. But still, for the hair thing, I have done
Yes.
everything.
Good, good,
But
good.
actually didn't work any of the DIYs which I have tried didn't give any results as such,
Okay.
because when the airline is receding, naturally
Definitely.
it has to
See,
be
each of
some.
these things have different reasons for your hair. Actually, curry leaves will make it more thicker, to be very honest. But again, you should know how to use them.
Yes,
And when you said about the eggs, definitely that will give you more of shine. And it is a natural source of protein. But when the problem is something else,
exactly.
and you are doing something else, definitely that is not useful also. So always it's better to do what exactly your problem you're facing. So yes, many people do a lot of things. So I just wanted to know what you had done.
Yeah.
And Sachin, a very important question. What made you decide to come to Mr. Hair Clinic than your home remedies or other clinics?
So the first thing is I was just sitting in home, scrolling everything, and trying another DIY, I guess, again.
Okay.
So I just came across this ad of yours
Okay.
where you actually spoke about the hair loss, how exactly it impacts the hair loss. And that caught me actually very interesting, because you are talking about the root cause of the hair loss.
Yes.
Till date, I was like, okay, my hair is falling, so I have to switch with the other shampoos or any other things. And I was never aware that vitamins or any other deficiency in my body is actually impacting my hair loss. So when you spoke about it, I really felt, okay, so there is some person who is actually talking the truth about hair loss. So I was interested. So I again watched the other videos of yours, and then I actually contacted
You had
you.
not visited any clinic or anybody
Definitely,
before?
I would have visited n number of clinics. I don't want to name them.
Yeah, definitely.
Because
We will
they are
keep
doing their
confidential.
business. Yes. So I have visited many hair clinics. They actually, before the hair clinics, they were like in paper also. We used to get the ads.
Yes.
There is a hair pack where you can get this done, so your hair growth will be actually done. So I have visited such kind of clinics also,
Okay.
where it was in actually it was a home.
Oh.
And I have visited those places also. They
Okay.
used to put some green leaves, grind it, put the paste over our head, ask us to wait for about 40 minutes. Then they do the hair wash and everything. But still, there was no result for me. So
This
I
is
have
something
tried
which I also
everything.
know. I don't know that
No,
they
no, it
do.
was there. Yeah, it was there. I have tried n number of things, and I have taken PRPs as well. Irrespective of what my biological thing was, they just said, okay, you are facing hair loss. Okay, we'll go with PRP. If that doesn't work, then yeah, anything else. So it was like that. Until and unless I came to know the root cause when you spoke about it, only then I was assured that there will be some changes.
See,
For
definitely, I always try to explain people the same thing in a very layman's words.
yes,
If you are having fever, for example, there must be a reason for it. It might be an infection. It
yes,
might be your body pain. Sometimes when extreme body pain also you get fever.
yes, yes.
Or it can be something like a viral. It can be a malaria or a typhoid or XYZ, anything. So until unless you don't cure your reason, the cause for the fever, taking Dolo 650 will only subside your temperature because it's a paracetamol.
Yes.
So paracetamol will only reduce your pain and it will work on your body temperature for 4 hours. So every 6 hours you'll be taking
Again, you
Dolo.
have to. Yes.
So same thing people do by taking PRP or a GFC without treating the cause.
Yes.
And end of the day, what happens after some days? They again lose hair.
Yeah.
So this is a vicious circle.
Yes.
So until unless you don't find the cause, you cannot treat them. That is what I was always trying to tell through my videos, and
Yes,
that's the same video I think you
very
were
true.
talking about. In fact, we will show that video again to all the viewers
Please do
again,
that.
because that was my first video. In
Yes.
fact, I was not so confident also, I feel.
No,
Because-
but it was actually a game changer for me.
Yeah, because actually what happens whenever you're talking science, not many of my medical community people have that confidence of talking in front of camera.
Yeah.
In fact, now I've become more seasoned, I think.
Yeah,
I
very
can
true.
talk very boldly and very
Yes, yes.
confidently. But the only reason I wanted to come into this and tell this is I was seeing everybody doing the same thing. Everybody were not trying to understand the reason. Everybody were trying to get treatments done. Everybody were complaining about no results. Even after hair transplant, they used to not get results.
Yeah, very
So
true.
that's the reason I decided, yes, let's expose the truth.
Yeah.
Let's tell the reality to the world that what they should know. Because it is not that only I know this. Okay,
Yeah.
everybody who is practicing trichology knows this.
Then why are not they doing the same?
That was my biggest question.
Yes.
And the biggest question after that is, even today, nobody is talking about it.
Yeah.
Even though I have spoken
Yes,
100
yes.
times about this, now the video has reached almost most of the people, I would say. I wouldn't say I have reached everybody.
Yeah.
But yes, most of the people who are going through hair loss, I have seen my video one or the other time.
Yes.
So even now, I don't see any of them practicing this or telling that, okay, this is the method, or maybe at least they come up with a challenge
Mhm.
telling that I am wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
What you're talking is not true.
No, they can't
So-
do that. They know that. That's
No, in fact, I was expecting somebody
Yeah.
to openly come
Mhm.
out. See, definitely there might be so many things which I also won't know. There are a lot of
Yeah.
researches which are
Mhm.
happening right now. So these kind of things were never told to people. So that's why I decided, let me tell about this root cause and that 8 reasons for hair loss.
Yeah.
That is what the first video which I
Yes,
started. And I wanted to tell them, this is how I analyze.
Hmm.
Through this video, what I did is I tried showing to people that if you go to any other clinic, what you should
Mhm.
ask,
Yeah, very true.
what you should know.
Exactly.
Because usually what happens when you go to a clinic, first thing you assume that they know everything, I should not ask anything.
Mhm.
And what happens, you will only go and question them when results don't come.
Yeah.
But the better way is to ask in the beginning.
Initially, it's
Simple
yes.
question. Why my hair loss is happening?
Yeah.
What is the reason?
Yes.
Once you ask this question, and if that person, whoever, whether it's a
Yeah.
maxillofacial or a plastic surgeon or a dermatologist or a trichologist, anybody,
Mhm.
if they are able to answer that question with proof
Mhm.
that this is the reason you are losing your hair, then he is the
Problem
right
is solved.
person. He is the right person.
Yeah.
You can confidently go ahead and get your treatment done. So
Yes.
this message I wanted to subtly communicate with people,
Yeah.
that because most of the people ask, no, how to find the right clinic,
Exactly.
how to find the right doctor,
Yeah. Yeah.
how to find the best, because in Google
Treatments,
also when
yes,
you
yes.
search, best hair transplant clinic in Bangalore,
Yeah.
best hair transplant clinic in this city,
Nearby.
best
All
doctor
the
near
same.
me, whatever.
Yeah.
So how?
Hmm.
It is not the Google which has to decide.
We have to
Because,
decide. Yes.
yes, when you
Is
reach
asking
there,
the right questions.
yes, see, now also I see whenever you are going through a hair loss or anything, there are multiple things which people would have tried. They would have Googled, they would have seen YouTube videos, they would have visited many clinics, as you said. But what is that question you should ask and what is that you need to analyze? It is not about anything. It is about the knowledge of the person who is going to treat you.
Yeah.
He has to have better knowledge than what you have.
Yes.
If he has that, definitely he can treat you, is what my suggestion is to people.
Yes.
So instead of asking the different questions and going behind clinics which are giving you offers, discounts, you should always go and check whether they have a method to find out with proof.
What is the cause? Yeah.
Yes. If I say that, okay, today you have an XYZ problem,
Mhm.
usually we do a blood test.
Yeah.
And you will get the reports.
Mhm.
So same kind of analysis and report should tell that what they are telling you is truth.
Yes.
Because most of the people assume, okay, my father had baldness, so I am bald.
That is true.
Yeah, right.
Same.
Hereditary also should happen after 40. It is
Okay.
not before 40.
Oh,
Yes.
I didn't know this.
Yes, hereditary issue, I am not telling it is not there. Yes, it will happen. But people start losing hair at 20.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
hereditary DHT hormones will be strike if there is some other issue.
Okay.
So hereditary hair loss also should happen after 40. If somebody is going bald after 50 and 60, that is very
natural.
common.
Yeah.
Yes, that is a natural way of, because you will start losing your internal immunity and
Yes.
you will start losing out the important vitamins and
Vitamins and
minerals
minerals, yes.
gradually as you grow old. But if it is happening at 20 or 30, then definitely
That is a
something
reason
else is
for it.
wrong.
Yes,
So
yes.
that something else is the root cause.
Yeah.
So that when you find out, definitely you can treat your hair loss. This is the reason I wanted to give out that video. And today also through this video, I wanted to tell to everybody whoever is watching this video that you take a decision which will be right for you. Don't take people's opinion or any other influencers who are telling, I use this
Exactly.
shampoo,
Yeah.
I use this
Very true.
serum,
Yes.
and I got the hair growth. It doesn't work at all.
Yes.
Because everything has to happen from inside. Nothing works from outside.
Yeah.
Except your hair oil will make you little.
That is only for the nourishment.
That's it.
That's
Nourishment and see your
You
body
can't
temperature,
expect
body
to-
heat, whatever your inflammation levels, I would say.
Yes, yes.
Externally, what can reduce is oil.
Mhm.
So that's the only thing an oil can. Yeah, Sachin, what did you feel when you first came inside the Mr. Hair Clinic? And did you have any kind of fear or any kind of thoughts where what will happen? How did you overcome it?
So the first thing is, as I said, I had actually seen your videos,
Okay.
and before walking into the clinic, I had a video consultation with you. So
Yes,
I was
yes.
a little confident, and I was not nervous, to be very
Okay.
frank, because I have visited a number of clinics. I was
yeah, you
experienced
told.
about
Yes.
it. So the other thing is, when I had a video consultation with you, I was little confident about it. So when I first initially walked in, you started with the procedure. Procedure in the
Yeah.
sense, like, you started what is the root cause and
Yes.
asking questions about
Yes.
those things.
Yes.
So I actually felt very good about it, because these questions or these things was not addressed to me before when I had visited any other clinics or anywhere
Okay.
places. So I was not nervous to be starting with
So you
this
had a
treatment.
good.
Yes, very good experience with that.
Yes, in fact, that is one more very important thing. A lot of people ask, sir, what is this root cause and how do you analyze? So basically, I just want to tell the viewers also, along with this conversation, basically what we do is we do a scalp test. So
Yes.
that is through a trichoscopy, where we also show to the patients that how their hair is there
Yeah,
currently,
exactly.
and then we also ask questions related to their health, their lifestyle, their sleep patterns, and what they eat and what they do, everything.
Yes.
And in that, most of the things will be answered, and actually we will try to make them answer when it started. And when did they observe, what kind of things happened, and what frequency it went from one stage to the another stage.
Yeah, that is important.
Yes, that is something which we have to understand which stage they are in. And after that, we should also know what is the treatment we should suggest them, because at this point of time, what stage of hair loss they are in. And most of the people don't know one more thing. There is something called as anagen, then ketogen. What happens? These are the resting phases and the growing phases of the hair. So there is a hair cycle. For some people, it will be 2 years. For some people, it will be 1.5 years. For some people, the hair would be already dead. So if they are facing a hair loss also, one thing which they should understand is your hair would have been dead 8 weeks before.
Okay, but
What
still
is
it
falling
will be
today?
on that.
What-
Okay.
Yes, what is falling today
I was
is
not aware of
yes.
this.
What happens? It is not yesterday.
Okay.
So it is 8 weeks before, 4 to 8 weeks before, the hair will die, and then it falls. So people should not panic. Sometimes after you start treatment, also next within 2-3 days, I hear patients telling me, "Sir,
Now the hair loss has increased."
Yeah, treatment
kind
has
of
started, and then also I'm losing hair."
Yes.
It is not something which has happened yesterday. It has happened 8
8
weeks
weeks
before.
before then.
So it will start controlling. It will start growing. So this analysis is very important to understand where exactly you are standing and what exactly you need to do. So after that, yes, generally the blood test will give us more clarity. Sometimes for people whom we are not able to find out in blood test, also we go with some biopsy. So biopsy is something which we have done to some patients who have extreme hair loss, but most of their values are quite fine. But there is nothing which we are able to find in the blood test. So that is the last level of finding out through biopsy. So in your case, we just did blood test and
Yeah, blood test and
you're-
like questioning about
yes.
my lifestyle
and then
everything.
your scalp analysis.
Yeah, scalp analysis all the time.
So Sachin, which treatment you opted for, and just also tell about sapphire hair transplant.
Okay, so initially after my root cause analysis was done, I got a fair amount of idea what is the problem and what is to be done. So initially you suggested me to go for a QR treatment. So what is actually QR? That was my question to you,
Yeah.
because I never heard about it. So
Yes.
it was actually QR 678. Right?
Yes, QR
So you said it is quick response. So I really wanted the quick response itself. So which immediately started with the the QR treatment. So basically, it was an injection that was given to me, and it was about 5 to 6 sessions.
Yes.
And it was done in about 20 days time.
20 days.
So that was my initial treatment. And after the first or the second injection itself, I got to see the results, because my hair fall was completely neutralized, and I started seeing much denser hair, which was actually a good sign for me. So after that, in my third session, I believe I had again come to you.
Yes.
So we had a discussion about the root line. I mean the hairline. Sorry. At that point of time, you actually told me it is actually not required, so that we can continue with the QR thing. So I insisted No, sir, I
Yes.
have to go get a hair transplant
Yes.
because
Yes.
I have a receding hairline where I can actually fix that as well. Because when
Yes.
I'm getting such a good result from QR, so I just wanted to go ahead and take that procedure as well. So at that point of time, you and your team sat with me and designed my hairline, which actually suited me and which was actually the first initial hairline as my natural thing. So we had a session with that also, and the route line, everything was designed. And after that, I asked what is the procedure and when it is being done and how long the procedure will take time. So all these questions were actually clearly explained to me, and what is the method of treatment that was
Yes.
going to be done.
Yes.
And I had it as being said as sapphire.
Yes.
So again, I went back and I googled it
Researched.
about it
Yes.
because I also want to be
Yes.
sure whatever the doctor or what the trichologist say, we just
Correct.
can't
Correct. Correct.
believe it. So that is the method where actually there will be no cuts, no scars, and it will be
True.
so precise and it will be looking very natural. It is
That
not that.
that's why sometimes jokingly I tell people it's like a surgical strike.
Yeah.
So
Actually,
nobody will get to know what exactly has happened,
yeah.
but we will strike it in the right place, and there will be no scars left behind.
Yeah, definitely.
That you also would have
Yes,
seen
yes.
even when you had hair growth. You wouldn't have seen those thick marks, which usually happens when somebody is getting a hair transplant done with a needle method. So FUE normal method. So surgically, the best precision wise, it is the sapphire hair transplant. And since you adopted for it, so we also had a proper planning, and we did a proper hairline also. Especially the hairline thing also we had to plan, because there are two things here. People should understand any treatment, whether it's a GFC or a QR678 or anything, will not help you to get back the hair where it is already bald,
Exactly.
where it is gone. So there is no roots. So that place you will not get your hair back. This people should understand. One, that's what I had told you also in the beginning. So where you already have the roots, we'll work on it.
Yes, yes.
We'll make sure that your hair loss is stopped. We'll make sure that your hair growth happens. We'll make sure the density comes. But front receding hairline, what you were talking about,
Yes.
is somewhere where you didn't have roots only. So
Exactly.
what is the best method for it? It's a transplant.
Transplant itself.
And in transplant, the best method is sapphire. So that's why I wanted to suggest you the best, because it is our duty to tell you everything.
Exactly.
Now, which one you decide what you want to go for is always left to you. But our job is to give complete information, and then always let them think over it.
Yeah.
And nowadays, so leave it, as you always told, people research and then come to us.
Yes.
Okay. They don't come to us and then go and research.
Yes.
They would have done all the research.
Exactly.
They would have done all the questioning and everything, because a lot of calls come to them.
Yeah.
Okay. The moment you see my video, you will be followed with 10 other videos.
Exactly.
Okay. So they'll all call you. They'll all start showing their ads to you. So definitely you will ask your questions. But very important thing, like everybody I want to tell through this podcast also is, don't think that doing a PRP, GFC, QR6 will help you to get back the hair which is already
gone.
bald,
Yeah.
which is gone. No roots. There is no chance of getting back the hair. Yes, the only option is transplant. So rest all things, yes, definitely you can work on where your hair is already there.
Okay.
The roots. So that's the same thing you opted for, and I think that was the right decision. In fact, you also thought that you want a complete solution.
Exactly, sir. And with my treatment, so once your team and me sat together and we decided that I'm going for the hair transplant. So it was done in 2 different days, that is consecutive days. So first day they just extracted all the hair and they planted it, and the second day the density was given. So it was so precisely planned, and it was no like pain or anything as such. It was so nicely done, and in between I got to sit with you people only and had my lunch.
Yes,
So
I
all
still
this
remember
done.
that
Yes,
day.
yes.
Yes.
And I believe we had chicken as well
Yes.
on that same day.
Yes, yes, yes.
So all this was done without any problem or without any concern or without any error, nothing.
Yes.
It was just like I have been in my office with my colleagues,
Yes.
and I just had
No,
a procedure.
that is
That's
the
all.
confidence level we have to give our people, because until unless you don't get that confidence or you don't feel that comfortability around you,
Exactly.
you will panic.
Yeah,
And the
definitely.
moment you panic, your blood pressure will raise. And if your blood pressure raises, we cannot
Then
do
it
the
will be a problem for
procedure.
you
Yes.
guys.
So we try to keep the atmosphere so friendly so that they don't feel that they have come for an
Procedure or surgery
procedure. I
or
mean, nowadays we have stopped calling it surgery
surgery as
also.
well. Yes.
So we'll call it procedure because the moment you tell surgery, more than you, it is
That
your
is
family which panics.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Okay. But it is almost similar to a dental procedure when you go for a root implant or
Very
when you
true.
go for an extraction. So hardly you will be worried. You
Yeah,
just
yeah.
go lie down in the dental chair. The dentist will tell, okay, just look
We
up.
just have
That's
to
it.
remove that thing.
Yeah,
That's all.
it. So same thing happens. Only thing is the duration is a little more because here it is more of aesthetic thing which we have to give like a tattoo. So we have to work on every part and we have to give a right hairline. So it takes a little longer time. And most important thing is why we do 2 days is we need to give the body enough time also because we should not be giving them a airlay for continuous and long hours.
Right.
So I always prefer doing 2 days procedure. And what happens in the second day, you will see the actual gaps. That's when you can give density. So that density part is the most important thing. Everybody wants density today.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want density, I need to see the gaps. If I have to see the gaps, I have to give a 12 hours gap from the day one procedure to the day two. That's why I tell you always can go back, come back the next day so that we can finish the remaining density part, the gaps, whatever to be filled. Yeah, Sachin, the most important part is how was your recovery experience? What did your family feel? And was there any pain post hair transplant? And was there any kind of discomfort? Anything?
So recovery, I didn't been to any procedure as I believe, because it was nothing as recovery phase. Only thing is, just because I had done with this procedure, I was not allowed to go out in the sense in the dust or anything as such.
Yes.
So I had to wear that surgical cap. So apart from that, I don't believe in any recovery as such. And there was some medicines which was given because to subsidize the pain or not the pain, the antibiotics and the anesthesia which was given.
Yes.
For that to come down, so few tablets were given to me. So apart from that, I took a leave for about 7 days. And in this 7 days, I was just in home enjoying my time.
Yes.
And with the next 8th day itself, I went back to my office without any traces of taking a treatment. It was for them, for my colleagues. It was just like I had taken a complete short haircut or anything as such. There was literally no one could actually ask me whether you had been to a procedure or what exactly has happened with your hair. I just told them it is like summer, so I got a summer cut. That's all. Apart from that, nothing. Now, when these people get to see this podcast, only then they will realize that I had been under procedure.
You will be exposed now.
Yeah, it's okay. If someone else is getting benefit out of it.
Actually, what happens, see, why these kind of things has to be shared is people have so many questions. People want to hear it out from somebody who has got it done. In fact, that's the only reason I got a hair transplant. In fact, when I had met you, I hadn't got a hair transplant done. So I wanted to answer most of the questions which everybody will be having. And especially what people ask is, sir, is there any side effects? Or is there something which will happen? Some people even ask, sir, after this hair transplant, will I get cancer? Will I lose my eyesight? Will I get any kind of an problem or any post infections and everything? So one thing is very important. Why this rule is followed is your body should be under antibiotics for 7 days so that there is no scope of any kind of infections. One. Second thing, you will be administered for your swelling and, as you said, rightly said, your the fluids which will come down. And actually, what happens when we start injecting and when we start doing a hair transplant, your immune cells start thinking that some damage is happening to your body.
Foreign particles.
Yes. So there is something which is happening. So they start working more. So it's like their overtime. So that's the reason you can see some people having that swelling and all those things usually happening after the transplant. That is because of their not following certain things, and actually they are not being told certain things, what not to do and what to do. And surgical cap, as you rightly said, is because we have to avoid dust and any kind of external infection, because new graft is like a newborn baby. how you take care of a newborn baby. You'll always make sure that the surrounding is clean and everything is fine, and you always make sure there is no external kind of an problem to them, or no extreme heat or extreme cold. Same thing is with your hair, because it's just a newborn baby. It has come from one place to another place. You have to rightfully take care till that head wash. After the head wash, you can consider that your baby is grown, it's going to school. So you can just leave it like normal care. So if this is done, definitely there is no problem. So Sachin, when did you start seeing the real results? And as you know that we always tell you, your food, your sleep, your lifestyle has to be changed. And I think we were successful in making you do it also. So how you started seeing that changes inside you, not only your hair, in your health part also?
Okay. So initially after the procedure, after the head wash of mine, which I came to your clinic and we get the first head wash done. So immediately after that, the hairline was already grafted and it was looking very good for me. And at point of time I was told that there might be a shedding phase as well. And I was supposed to take multivitamins, and whichever you people suggested, I was in that completely. I never skipped my supplements. I never skipped the healthy food which I was supposed to take, and a little bit of normal exercises as well. So based on that, actually, to be very frank, I never seen a shedding phase at all at that point of time.
Very good.
Because I was with the supplements and I was eating healthy as well. Because I know I have taken this procedure and I have to take care of that. So when the hardest part is done by you people, now if I am not taking care of that part, so again it will be a loss for me. So I was very intact with that. So I started seeing result from probably the second week itself. And the earlier hair started growing, and this also submerged with that, and it was looking so pretty for me. I was actually falling in love with me. It was such a nice thing to see.
Because for every man, it is only the hair.
Because we have only that asset to showcase.
And females have many things like your PMU to your facelift to your lot of things. But usually for men, it is the first thing what you see when you stand in front of the mirror is your hair.
That is the only jewel we carry.
and it is crown. That's why it is called the crown area. So your crown makes a lot of difference. And yes, shedding phase also doesn't happen when you take care of all these things. And did you start feeling more energetic and more lively after you started taking these multivitamins?
These supplements actually helped. Apart from the hair growth, I got a good sleep as well, which was I was not. And very importantly, I forgot to tell you, we were actually discussing about the cortisol level, which was very high at that point of time for me. So at that point, I was supposed to take some supplement, I believe with the magnesium or something like that. So with that also, which helped me a lot, because this cortisol level got into the normal thing, where it stopped shedding my hair also. So it was very beneficial for me.
Important, because today in this kind of scenarios, everybody is under stress. So cortisol is basically the hormone which is created by the stress levels. So you have to control it. One is through the supplements, as what Sachin rightly said. But another thing is your exercise and little bit of your meditation and keeping your mind more calm. Because you cannot stop fighting, because the world is going at a different pace today. So if you have to stand out, you need to fight it out, and you need to be number one. Everybody wants to be number one, and it is not wrong. I always tell everybody, don't give up your career, don't give up your vision, but do something which will help your body also to stand by your vision. Because it's not only your willpower, it is your health also which has to equally be standing by you. That's when you can win your war. So until unless you're not weak from, you're not strong from inside, nothing will be, I mean, you might be strong from your brain, but when you're not strong from inside, you will say, okay, tomorrow we'll do it. Like how you feel little lethargic, feeling like, okay, you would have decided to go to gym from tomorrow. Your mind will convince you. It's okay.
You can do it tomorrow
or Monday, or let my friend join. After that, we will start. So same thing happens when it comes to your hair treatment also. People usually try to think, okay, this is something manageable. Most of the patients who come to me are, sir, in 6 months my marriage is there. Within that, I want the result. Okay. So I would say, why you waited for this engagement period, or when you started looking out for a bride, and you are decided to come and do a
So
transplant.
it is not for themselves.
Yeah.
They are doing it for some other else.
Yes, this
No, that is
most
not,
of them.
yeah.
Most of them, they come and tell me. I'll just casually ask, "Are you married or unmarried?" They'll say, "Yes, sir, I'm unmarried and I'm going to get married. That's why I have come." I always recommend, prevention is always better than cure.
Exactly.
So if you start taking a step early, definitely you will stop your hair loss. Also, you don't have to go through hair transplant. But if you leave it for a longer time, the only option is hair transplant. Sometimes that also will not happen if your donor area is weak.
Yeah.
So people go to that extent where they lose the donor area also. So that time we'll have to do a body hair transplant.
So if suppose, that is my other question. Like if suppose the donor area is weak, then what will be the
See, what we usually do is we actually look out for the hair which is there in your body. That is your chest, your back, your legs, your thighs, or sometimes even your private parts also.
Okay.
So what we do is we use whatever is available in your beard. If your beard is good, so we use your beard hair, and also little bit if you have some good hair in your donor left out, so that we use it for the frontal region.
Okay.
And for the vertex, what we do is we use this body hair, because only having the hair in the front and nothing in the center looks very odd.
Yeah, very true.
And it is not needed also. You shouldn't be doing it. And what we do is we compensate with this body hair to fill it. It's called filling, basically.
Okay.
So we fill it up with that hair. Yes, aesthetically it might not look great, but you will have hair.
Okay.
So usually what happens, the visual point is only till here.
Yes, exactly.
Anybody's visual point. When they see your hair also today, it will be only till here. Nobody will see here.
Yeah.
But if it is empty, definitely the attention will go there. But when it is filled with the hair, yes, that's how we handle it with the body hair. What kind of comments, reactions came from your social circle, your friends who had not seen during your transplant? Suddenly they see something different.
Yes.
Did anybody comment?
Definitely.
Okay.
People started noticing that there is some change, but they can't actually acknowledge what exactly has happened. They first initially asked me, have you changed your hairstyle, or which barber did you go to, all these things. But I was aware that people are noticing that there are some changes, which is actually looking good for me. And more than anybody else, I felt so happy with myself.
That's
looking
very
into the mirror. Because every time when you put your hands in your hair, that will be some difference.
In this end of the podcast, I want you to just do that and show it to people also. Sometimes it's real. It's not anything artificial like a patch or something.
Nothing as such.
So that is very important. See, because today the confidence boosts when somebody praises us. That's why it is actually an emotional booster. So if somebody acknowledges or somebody compliments you, you are looking very pretty, you are looking very handsome, you are looking very beautiful. In fact, today most of the people, I feel, post their pictures only to get more likes and more comments, and that makes them more happy.
Yeah, exactly.
But what I would also say is, first, as you always say, you should start loving yourself first.
That is what
Forget what others are thinking about you. Let's keep them aside for a minute. We should feel that.
Yes.
I need it. Okay. Forget anybody else telling that, and we going through a depression and we going through an emotional trauma and then losing more hair. It is better we decide that, do I need it?
Yes.
Exactly. And if I need it, I should do it. No matter who is thinking about it, who is not thinking about it, who is telling good about it, bad about it, doesn't matter.
In fact, my family initially was against this because I'm already married, I have a kid. They were like, why do you need this now? Correct. I was like, I'm not doing for anybody else. I am doing for myself. I want to be looking good.
True. See, just age is just a number. Okay. And as I always tell you, this is one very important thing I want to connect to here. Hair is related to your health. Okay. If you're losing hair, there is something else which is wrong in your health. So that's the reason you can always see your DNA is tested through hair. And if there is any radioactive presence in certain region, the hair is the right thing which they will take it out and find out how much of radioactive substances are there in your hair.
Oh, okay.
So any nuclear facility, everything, how the test is, whether people are going to get affected by the radioactive substances, their hair. So hair is the first receptor. And when we were kids and all, you would have seen that in the physics class, they would have made you comb the hair and keep it near the pieces of paper.
What is that energy? Static energy. Yes.
So we have the highest electrostatic thing happening in our hair roots. So what happens, good or bad, that's the first thing which will attract. So that's the reason the whole energy points and everything works through your hair. It enters your body. So internally, when you see if there is any damage which is happening to your health, first thing which shows is your hair. That's the reason you can see some extreme situations like a cancer patient, or if they are going through something like an HIV or other viral infections, they lose a lot of hair.
Yeah, at that point of time, initially,
that particular point of time, they lose a lot of hair because of this reason, because the hair is the first receptor and it is the first signal. So
there is something wrong.
Yes, it is not only about the beauty part, it is about your health part also. If you're losing hair, definitely you have to get a check done, so that you will also know, is there any health position which is in a bad condition, so that you can definitely rectify that also before it is too late. Because as you rightly said, in your case it was cortisol levels. Extreme cortisol levels lead to heart attacks. It also can lead to some stroke. So these kind of complications, suddenly one day when it appears in front of you, it will be a very big surprise. So it is always better to get your health check done often, at least 6 months once, so that you get to know whether everything connected to your health is fine. Because every organs work in a different way, every hormone works in a different way. So definitely there will be ups and downs in hormones based on your current scenarios, your physical activity, and also your emotional activity. So these are the things which decide on your hormone fluctuations. So hormonal imbalances or anything can be always checked. So it is better to do it 6 months once. So yes, hair and health, very important. It's very connected. Sachin, if we will go back, time travel, we'd say. If you go back to the time when you were going through the hair loss, what would you tell? Means, when you are struggling with your hair loss?
Probably the only thing what I would like to tell is, why didn't I meet Mr. Rajaram before itself?
Great.
Because
that is a big compliment.
see, I have visited n number of clinics and never I got any results. Maybe I have got results only for the short duration. Once I stop the treatment, again the issue starts. So they were not addressing what exactly was a root cause for it. So that is the only thing. I would have liked you to meet you much earlier when I started.
Actually, what happened? I was never a person who was into camera or Instagram. In fact, I didn't have a personal Instagram.
No, you don't believe this. That one video of yours really changed everything for me.
In fact, I should give the credit to my family and friends who pushed me to do videos and open an Instagram account.
Really
because
good then.
We were all this 80s people, so we are more into Facebook and all those things. We never. Instagram was something completely new for me. I mean, I thought it's only for the younger generation, just to post the reels and make some videos and entertainment, mostly entertainment. But yes, I really would love to thank Instagram or the YouTube or the Facebook today. I'm connecting with lakhs and lakhs of people, and they also come back with their questions. In fact, that is one more motivational push which made me get a hair transplant done. So yes, I also feel that yes, most of the people, the young practitioners who are there today, who are getting into the field of trichology, I would like to also tell them, please work on something where you can give results to people. Let's not work only on making packages and selling things. See, we should not be able to be in a position where we'll say we cannot do it. There is nothing that we cannot do it. Yes, we can do it. We can definitely treat everybody. We can give results to everybody. That confidence should first come inside the person who is treating first. That's when the person who is getting treated will get that confidence. Today, most of the things work only with your confidence. I might inject just a syringe filled with water. And I will tell you, don't worry, Sachin, tomorrow morning you'll be perfectly all right.
Placebo.
Yes. The placebo effect is something which is very important, especially in today's scenario, because there is information overload. People are filled with so much of information, they don't know which is the right information, which is the wrong information. But all information gets collected inside your brain. So in that kind of situation, it is the confidence of the person who is giving the treatment should be much, much higher than person who is taking the treatment. That's when the results will come. This is my opinion. I don't know whether I am right or wrong, but I want to keep my opinion in front of everybody, because today people are only thinking, unfortunately, everybody has targets and everything. So I would say, keep your ethics first.
Very true.
Make sure when you're talking to somebody and giving them assurance, you are actually connecting
Meaning
with
it,
them
yes.
emotionally. Okay, that emotional connect should have a value,
Yes.
and you should not be just lying to them on that day saying that don't worry, you will get results with PRP, you will get result with GFC, and end of the day, after 6 months, he comes and stands in front of you.
Yes.
How would you answer that?
Yeah.
So very important is having some ethics also, and having the right kind of specialists also in the clinic makes a lot of difference, especially to avoid this post infections and everything.
Yeah.
So that's the best way to handle, I feel. Maybe I'm right or wrong, but yes, let the people should decide, and they should understand how to calculate who is right, who is wrong.
Yeah.
Sachin, it was a great thing that we sat and discussed everything, and you also shared whatever
Yes. Yes.
you went through and how you're feeling everything. Before wrapping it up, I just want to ask you one thing. What message you want to give to people who are going through this hair fall and who are waiting and watching, maybe watching this video also till now, and who have not taken a step?
So see, we spend a lot of money through parties or through going out, anything. When you are not able to spend at least 500 rupees for yourself, consulting a right doctor, like Mr. Hair Clinic, go consult them. What is the error? What is the root cause? Just at least know what is the reason for your hair loss, at least. By that itself, half the work is done.
Correct.
Taking the secondary treatment itself is the secondary part. Initially, at least you have to know what is the root cause for your particular hair loss. So if that is done, then the rest of the things are taken care. So what I suggest people is at least get a blood checkup done, which your team will suggest what exactly the parameters to be checked. Blood checkup doesn't mean that you just have to check with the BP, sugar.
Yes.
That is not actually the blood test. For hair loss, it is completely different.
Yes.
There is like ferritin and all those stuffs are there.
Folic
Because
acid,
not,
ferritin, and
that I am not
B12,
much
D3,
aware
and
of.
cortisol, your thyroid hormones,
Yes.
everything.
All those to be done, and it is like very minimum package that you people are giving for the blood test.
Yes.
So get that done, get consulted, and then please take the treatment so that you will get back your confidence, you will get back your life.
Perfect.
If not, then it will be a problem. You just keep on watching one after the other videos, and you'll think,
True.
okay, this might help, that might help. Nothing will help until and unless you walk into Mr. Hair Clinic. That's all.
You take a step first, and definitely rest will follow. 1,000-mile journey starts with a single step. So, like a wise man said, so we always should take the first step of knowing, as Sachin rightly said, why exactly it's happening. Then comes the treatment, then comes the follow-up, whatever. And definitely today, as Sachin was telling, that we spend on so many things, I would say one important point here. See, there are so many options today. Okay. For your making your treatment cost also through EMIs and all those things. But what is very surprising for me is, Sachin, by chance, if your mobile doesn't work tomorrow morning, you will panic.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
You will feel that some part of your organ is not working. And your vehicle, whether it's a car or a bike, nowadays people are very passionate and very close to their vehicles also. Before it was considered as vehicle, now it is considered part of the family type. So, okay,
they do even post like that, new entry in my family,
Yes.
all those stuff now.
So just imagine your vehicle doesn't start tomorrow morning. Okay, or you're traveling somewhere, it stops. The way you panic, the way immediately you go, and the way you take care of your vehicle by giving it to the service on the right time, following it up, keeping it clean, wiping it.
Yes.
Why not for your health?
That is what.
Why not for yourself?
Yes.
If you are not there tomorrow, what is the use of your vehicle or your phone or anything?
Yes.
So it's quite surprising that people, when I tell them, get a blood test done, they'll say, why is it mandatory?
That is there.
But whereas when an vehicle service engineer says, sir, you have to get this thing done, oil change and all this part to be changed.
They won't ask anything.
Nothing. They'll say, please first change it because I want my vehicle to be perfect. But your body, your organs are much more complex than any of this technology and the mechanism which is there out in this world. So if you're not taking care of them, just imagine one day it stops working. That's it. It's the end of everything.
Exactly.
So always it is better to give importance to your health beyond your wealth.
Yes.
So if your health is good, definitely
Everything
your wealth,
else falls.
yeah, including your wealth, your happiness, your family life, your social life,
Yes, yes.
everything. Just imagine if you're weak from inside and you start getting that feeling that something wrong is going to happen to me, that itself will kill you half.
Exactly.
So it is always good to take care of this. So one message I want to give through this podcast also to people is understand the importance of being healthy and also understand the importance of finding out whether you are healthy or not. Don't assume just because you are eating food and you are sleeping, you are healthy. There are a lot of other factors which you need to understand. And if there is anything, you always need to address. Thank you so much, Sachin, for spending this valuable time with us and definitely giving out all the information and motivation to all the viewers. And thank you, everybody, for watching this video completely. And I would be coming up with a new guest in the next season soon.